Most developers spend weeks building an app from scratch, but what if you could prompt a full-stack prototype into existence in minutes? It's possible, but there is a catch. The AI magic usually breaks the moment you hit the back end. Authentication fails, database rules and Jenkins errors block you. Welcome to Vibe Coding with Google Firebase, a complete no-code to advanced AI application development course. I'm going to show you how to bypass those failed preconditions and use secret visual prompting techniques to synchronize your front end and back end perfectly. Let's get to it. To proceed with our app project, the private journal app, launch your browser and search Firebase Studio. On the welcome page, click Get Started. If you are launching it for your first time, you will receive a welcome notification. You will need to accept terms and conditions to use the service, and you can decide whether you want to receive email updates about Fire Studio news and features, or if you are interested in participating in research studies to improve Firebase. I will leave everything checked and confirm. Here you can toggle to the best scheme that suits your eyes. Mostly I prefer dark theme or dark mode. You'll be hit with a welcome screen showing you Google Firebase prototyping tool. Here is where we input our prompt. Okay, my prompt goes thus. App description: a secure personal journal application to provide a safe space for me to write down my thoughts. The app's entire design philosophy is built around privacy and simplicity. It's not a social media platform. My entries are for my eyes only. Modern user interface, clean user experience, and minimal, intended to reduce distraction and help me focus on my reflections. App features: secure authentication. Users can sign in and create an account using their personal Google account or an email and password. Private journaling. Once authenticated, users are given a dedicated private space to create new journal entries. Each entry is saved with a timestamp and the user's content. User-centric data. The app uses Firebase Firestore to store data in a highly secured way. All journal entries are linked directly to the user who created them using their unique Firebase user ID. Strict security rules. The app's Firestore security rules should be configured to enforce a strict privacy policy. Only the authenticated user who owns a journal document can read, update, or delete its contents. So after providing our prompt to the prototyping tool, we proceed with prototype this app. Now we wait while it works its magic. Okay, so after understanding our prompt, it gives a summary of what it intends to proceed to work on. First, it has proposed a name for our app, Reflectly, short and simple. We have the option to either leave it with its proposed name or we can customize the name. We have the option to make updates to the proposition it has provided in relation to the prompt we gave the prototyping tool. I can add to the name it has suggested. Okay, so here are the core features it understood and it is letting us know it will be implementing in the app. For the core features, it reads: secure authentication, private journaling, mood tracking with AI analysis, entry tagging. This is a really great feature. It has automatically understood based on the app's prompt we provided, so it is already providing enhancements to this app. Here is the proposed style it intends to use for this app. It mentions the core features or components from Firebase Studio you'll be implementing. So you'll be implementing Gemini. It describes it as a powerful AI model capable of understanding and generating various forms of input, including text, code, audio, images, and video. The Jenkins, an open source framework from Google. Next, for the user interface or UI, it uses TypeScript, a popular programming language that adds type safety to JavaScript. CSS here means cascading style sheet, responsible for styling your web page, that is providing unique font type, colors, and more. Finally, we proceed to prototype this app. While it's working, it provides you an understanding of the step-by-step process it is working on. Here it is reasoning about main app code, and here you can see it has implemented GenKit, implemented an AI flows start journal entry from prompts, and furthermore. And there we go. Here is our app landing page. So it starts with a simple landing page like we explained in Module 2, Mastering Google Authentication with Firebase. On this landing page, a user not logged in can view the landing page and limited amount of information and can perform very limited or no tasks. Here, if the user wants to perform some tasks and more, they will now have the option to get started. Get started here, they'll be able to create a new account following the Google authentication method, or if they already have an account, they can as well log in. The landing page reads, "Your private digital sanctuary. Rediscover yourself through the power of journaling." Reflexly provides a safe and intelligent space to capture your thoughts, track your mood, and find clarity. Reflexly here is the name he proposed for the app, and we have the option to change it, or we can leave it as it is. And now it provides a calm, reflective picture, and now it provides a notification or a button, "Start your journey for free." Following user experience and functionality, clicking on "Start your journey for free" should take you to the login or account creation page. It proceeds, "A better way to journal. Tools designed to help you understand yourself better. AI-powered insights." We have smart tagging, and the third feature, effortless search, and again it provides you the option to sign up. We will then proceed to see and check out the functionalities and make sure everything is working as we intended. We'll click Get Started. After clicking Get Started, it has automatically understood what we are trying to do and made the reconfiguration and provided us with the pop-up window to create a new account. So just like we mentioned in our app description and features, using an email and password, or they can also connect their Google account to sign up. Also, we have the option to open this project in a new window, because here we just have a small window working alongside with our prompt section. So we can open a new window to view just this app and can navigate from there. So I've chosen the option to open a new window, and here we have the app. We are still on the login screen. So for starters, I'll input an email and a password and try it out. Okay, so it provides an error, Firebase Error authentication configuration not found. So it shows the pop-up comes up, but the implementation using the email and password has not been configured. So we just have to let the prototyper understand what is going on and can resolve it. So we just have to copy the exact error message and let the prototyper understand what has gone wrong or what is not working right, and it can then make the necessary configuration. So just the exact notification we receive or the exact failure report. After providing the error report, it gives a feedback. It seems like the authentication method haven't been enabled in your Firebase project. I can't enable them directly, but I can guide you on how to do it in Firebase console. However, I noticed I made a mistake in the last step and didn't actually save the Firebase configuration I received. My apologies. I will correct that now by creating the environment with your Firebase credentials. This will fix the authentication configuration not found error. And it gives you a feedback. I have created the .environment file with your Firebase credentials. This should resolve the authentication error you were seeing. Please try signing up again. So it's preferable to reload our app to the current updated state, then we can retry logging in. So we still have the similar error, and this is the reality of application development. Everything doesn't just go 100% as you intended. You face some irregularities along the line, but that is the reality. And the good thing is, these irregularities are what makes you understand the platform even better and understand the various stages and steps it entails in achieving the exact feature you intend to realize. Since the error is persisting, we'll manually visit Firebase console, we select the project we are currently working on. In the build section, we choose the service we want to implement, and that is authentication. And we can still view the name of our app here to make sure we are currently making settings and adjustments to this particular app. So we choose the option Get Started. Okay, it brings us to a series of sign-in methods. Like we earlier discussed, we have various sign-in providers. Get started with Firebase Authentication by adding your first sign-in method. So here are the native providers, the basic options we can use. We have the email and password, and we just have to enable. So it reads, allow users to sign up using their email address and password. Our SDKs also provide email address verification, password recovery, and email address change primitives. We just have to enable both. So we click Save. In our list of sign-in providers, we now have the email or password status enabled, and we can edit or we can add a new provider. We can also add the anonymous. It reads, enable anonymous guest accounts in your application, which lets you enforce user-specific security and Firebase rules without requiring credentials from your users. It has as well added anonymous sign-in option. Still, we can add another service provider like Google using your Google account. So it reads, important, to enable Google sign-in for your Android apps, you must provide the SHA-1 release fingerprint. For each app, go to project settings in your app section. After choosing the option and doing the basic configuration, and automatically it provides us with the Google sign-in option. Now we revert back to our app and proceed. So back to our prototyper, I have mentioned I have enabled email, password, anonymous, and Google authentication from Firebase console. Now proceed to make the necessary functionality update to the app. After running its update, we refresh our app and retry again. The sign-in with email and password was successful. So it brings us to a dashboard where we can now make our necessary entries. Like we earlier provided in the prototype, we intended to have a dashboard showing the entries, emotion track, average sentiment, and a feature to search by keyword or tags. Here, it will then show the various entries implemented by the account holder. Here are a few other features. Aside the dashboard, we have a feature for new entry. We also have a feature for mood trends, but this has not been activated yet because we haven't provided yet what it has to do, and we'll proceed with that. We will first of all let it know the Google authentication method is not yet active. For best practice, it is preferable to add the login with domain, like with the Google and other service providers, when your app has been hosted, so that it will be easy for you to get a domain name and add into your project. For now, since our project is in the prototyping phase, we haven't yet hosted our project, and we'll go ahead with the login with email and password option. But once your app is hosted, all you need to do is go to the authentication tab in Firebase console, navigate to settings, and add your domain name under the authorized domains tab, and your login with Google account or other services should work smoothly. Here, I've told the prototyping tool to revert to last functioning state where the login with email password was functional, but the Google login was not functional. So it has brought us back to the last functioning state before such an error. This example here shows how smooth it is to revert back to a functioning state before you've made some certain adjustments or additions into your app, so that you can always come back and rethink your next step and do it smoothly without messing up your app. Viewing our app in a separate page, since we already created an account, we can proceed with already have an account, sign in. And here we go. We are back into our app dashboard and we can proceed to make various functionalities active. In our dashboard here, at the bottom left corner, we have the option to view our user details and we can as well log out. So we'll try out the logout feature. So I've been logged out. Here we have the landing page and we can start again by logging in, or we can sign up a new user. Okay, so we proceed to the next feature. Add new entry. Okay, it provides us with a form to add a new entry. So it reads, new journal entry. What's on your mind today? Let it all out. And here we can input the title, the content, and tags. Then save entry. So we'll fill a sample entry and save to test out the functionality. For the title, authentication and data model for my private journal app. For the content, today was all about setting up the foundation for the private journal app. The goal is a seamless sign-in process and a secure way to store user entries. I have successfully enabled email, password authentication in Firebase console and added my custom domain to the authorized domain list. I also set up a basic data model in Firestore. Next, the tags. It is here, add tags. Press enter or comma. So press enter or comma here means you can add multiple tags and separate each tag by pressing enter or adding a comma. After adding our title, content, tags, we can now save entry. We have an indicator here showing we have one issue. Let's resolve the issue and proceed. It reads Firebase error. The query requires an index. You can create it here. So it provides us with the link to follow to create it. All we do is copy the link and go to the link. So here it requires us to create and update indexes, the user ID, time of creation, and name. So it already auto fills the various fields needed. We just need to add. Status here is showing building. And now it is completed. We have the status showing enabled. We go back to our application and proceed. Now we refresh. And the issue is gone. New entry. And there we have it. New entry added. It shows today's entry, authentication and data model for my private journal. It shows the date. It shows the content. I'm delighted we made it through vibe coding this amazing app. If you learned something valuable, like this video and subscribe to this channel. Feel free to drop a question or contribution in the comments. Check out the next video on data management with Cloud Firestore and real-time database. Cheers!